Good day, everybody. My name is Glory, and I promise to talk about four things that people do in a romantic relationship. Well, it happens between friends, but I'm specific about romantic relationship because the effect of these things, a romantic relationship, can be disastrous if not well controlled. And so these four things are: number one, cooling off; number two, silent treatment; number three, malice; and number four, ghosting. So I want to explain the difference between these four things because people misunderstand it. It's very common for you to hear people say, I'm keeping malice with my partner, or you see them, they claim to keep malice with their partner because of what the person has done. But what they are doing is actually silent treatment, but they call it malice. So I'm going to explain the four things so you get to understand what it really means. So the first one is cooling off. What does it mean to cool off? Cooling off is the period that you take away to calm down, like to get over that pain, the hurt you're feeling, because somebody did something to you and you don't want to react immediately. You don't want to say what is on your mind because you feel you might speak out of anger and say some hurtful words. So you just take out time to, cool down, to settle your mind, to, process things in your head and before coming back to talk to the person or communicate to the person and have the discussion have a discussion on what happened. So it doesn't mean this can be done like for days. It takes can take minutes, it can take few hours, but please, if it's more than a day, then it's already turning to something else. So that's cool enough. So, what then is silent treatment? This is when you refuse to communicate. Like your partner already knows you're angry. The person already knows that he or she must have hurt you, and is trying to seek for maybe amendment. Is trying to apologize. Might even be trying to ask you, okay, please, what did I do? And you just refuse to communicate. You just refuse to talk. You refuse to respond. It's different when you say, okay, I'm still processing things. I'm going to talk to you later. But this time around, you intentionally ignore the person. Like the person is trash. The person does not matter. Whatever the person wants to say or the person is saying is, useless. And you keep going on and going on. And sometimes you get out of hand where nobody even knows, what to do anymore. And before you know it, it creates a very large distance between the partners and they start acting like strangers. So the thing about silent treatment is it's a sign that you have poor communication skills. Sometimes people do this unintentionally when they can't express themselves. But nevertheless, if you're trying to cool off and it's hard for you to talk, you can actually send a text message. You can do it some other way instead of just turning it to silent treatment and ignoring the person, even when the person is trying to communicate and ask what the problem is. So please, if you're doing this, stop this because it can actually be a form of emotional abuse to the person you're doing it to. So the next one is malice. The main thing. So malice is like this desire, this will to actually hurt somebody, to actually revenge. So you do this because you want to pay this person back. And it might be you're planning something. It might be in form of words, form of action, whichever way you carry out your plan. The main thing is that your goal is to actually cause pain to that person, to hurt that person, to even injure. It can be in form of physical injury. So that's how deep malice can be. So if you're just doing the silent treatment in your relationship, that's not malice. Sometimes people do this unintentionally because you don't know the harm and the damage it can actually cause. But when you do this intentionally, you plan, like your main desire, your will is to actually cause pain, to actually hurt this person, to do something in form of revenge or repaying the person back. And if you're doing this in your relationship, it just means that there is no love in that relationship. So ghosting is when you just end communication, like with a person, with your partner, without giving a good reason. Like you just quit things on your own. You just cut off communication, maybe blocking the person's number, not seeing the person, not picking the person's call, not replying the person's messages. anything you do to just, end the relationship. That is called ghosting. And for whatever reasons that might be best known to you, if you feel this is the best thing for you to do to end a relationship that um, you're not okay with anymore, maybe you've tried ending it peacefully, amicably, but it's not going on well, or it's not you know happening the way you want it, and you feel ghosting this person is the best solution to end everything, then it's okay.